And I wanted to just kind of ask you, what are the top, well, I don't know, 4 or 5 things that kind of make you, unique as a practice and as a dentist in general?
Well, I don't know. I'm always surprised when I hear stories that other people tell me about a dentist they've been to or that they've seen, or their childhood dentist. And I always hope that that's not the case for most dentists. I hope that most dentists think kind of like me. It's about people. This is a people industry, and people have to trust me. So I have to be trustworthy. I have to do things and say things that help them feel comfortable and help to explain, their, things that they might need in a way that they can understand it. One of the things, just growing up, I had a great dentist, and I never remember going to the dentist and being hurt. And I hear people talk about that all the time, and I think, in dental school, I spent a lot of time working on being able to get people numb without hurting them, to do procedures without scaring them, without too much noise or too much splashing around or whatever, to get it done and to get it done quickly, but to do it well and to make them comfortable. I think people are so frightened of the dental office, and you watch movies about dentists, and it's frightening. It scares me, and I'm a dentist.
It's like
And I
Little
think
Shop of Horrors, right?
Little Shop of Horrors, and I hear stories like that. And even if the
Wow.
dentist isn't actually as bad as in the movie, people are still afraid. And so what we do here is we try and put people at ease, just make them feel comfortable. Try and show that this is a relaxed atmosphere, and that this isn't going to be anything scary for them. That's for me. I think the biggest thing is when people call my office and they talk to my front desk gal Betty, they just realize instantly that we're just not like another office. She's got character. She's not trying to be syrupy nice. She's a real person, and we're all real people, and we understand. We live in the real world, and I like to treat people like people and not like a mouthful of teeth.
Excellent, boy. And if you've ever talked to Betty or even just listened to your general voicemail, she really is a little ray of sunshine.
It
She's
reminds me of the receptionist on Moonlighting on TV years ago. She
right.
always has something funny to say. So.
Yeah, she's a great gal. What are some of the problems that people tend to experience when they're looking for a new dentist, or just problems with their oral health in general that you see quite a bit of?
I think most of the problems I see people come to me with is wherever they were at before. They either weren't seeing a dentist because they were afraid, or they were seeing a dentist, and I'm not sure why, but they didn't feel like they could trust what the dentist was telling them,
Hmm.
which I think isn't so much that the dentist was not trustworthy. I think they weren't able to communicate with the patients, with the people, and explain to them what they needed. So one of the things we did when we built this new office is I put these, big 32-inch flat screen TVs up overhead, not just to watch movies, but I can also put the X-rays and pictures up, and I can show people exactly what we're doing. It's not really rocket science. I can explain to somebody how I know they have a cavity or where it is and what we need to do, and I can draw on the pictures on the X-rays, on screen, and I can tell them what it's like. So it's easier for them to understand. I think mostly when people tell me, I just didn't really know if I could trust the dentist, I think the dentist just didn't communicate. I think it's all about communication. It's showing people and showing them how to take good care of their teeth. People probably don't believe it, but I'm just as happy to go in for a checkup and see great looking gums and great looking teeth, and everyone leave with a smile and not a drill in sight, no shots or anything. I'm very happy to do that. It would be great to have a practice that's nothing but happy visits like that. I think it would be a lot more relaxing for all of us. And that's our goal. Our goal isn't to, every year let's do a filling or two on every patient so we can, pay our bills. Our goal is to help people feel healthier, feel better about their lives, their teeth, their health. And that's what we're working towards. That's why I have such a great hygienist in Chris. I have good people that work for me. They're not, automatons. They're not real robotic. They're real people who've been in the industry a long time and know what they're doing and know how to do it in a way that helps people.
Okay, excellent. And now, and I understand. I mean, you work with quite a bit of families. Then, is that correct?
I do. I do.
Okay, and what do you think is? I mean, tell me a little bit about maybe why you enjoy working with families, or what's important for somebody who's looking for just a good family dentist. What should they be looking for?
Well, the main reason I do family dentistry as opposed to some fancier, oral surgery or something, doing
Cosmetics
all
and
the strange stuff, yeah, cosmetic stuff, is I like families. I'm a family person. My life revolves around my family, and I like to see, strong families. I like to help families, and I feel like when I can get, a family to come in, either a single parent or a traditional parent family, I feel like I'm able to help them and their children out together, and it kind of, there's an old cliche that the family that flosses together stays together. Well, if we can get all of the dental health taken care of and get people in a healthier place, I honestly feel like I have helped their family out, and I see that because as their children get older and get married, they start bringing their spouses and their children ultimately to me, and to me that's a complete success. I feel like I've accomplished something great, and it doesn't matter if I've ever done a crown or a filling or anything on them other than a checkup and cleaning. I like to see that. It helps me feel good about the human race and living here on the earth, and I like it. Families for me, they're the strength of my practice, and that's what I like. I like families, and I like to help parents help their kids to brush and floss and take care of their teeth.